What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Brian Watkins, and welcome to another edition of the Brian Watkins channel. My subject is about because of the job cuts here in Michigan, women are going to start paying guys to have sex with them. The reason why I'm making this video, for those of you who might not be from the Midwest and may wonder what's going on, they might travel there and try to come on you in a certain way that ain't cool. And for those of you who is aware of this and experiencing it and wondering, is it gonna get worse? Let's get started. Now, here's the deal. The reason why women are going to start paying guys to have sex with them, because a lot of guys, even if they're not MGTOW, a lot of guys are just simply not dating Western women anymore. And because of the fact of the firing at GM, they let go like 4,000 white collar workers. So most of the firing took place here in Michigan. And the reason why that they're doing it, for those of you who didn't watch my video when I did an extensive coverage on this, they have to save $2.5 billion to start building the new driverless electric cars. Now, because that's going on, you have Agenda 21, you have MGTOW, and then you have automation where they are having robots and machines do all the work much faster in a short amount of time than relying on human beings to do it. So a lot of women are out of work here, especially women that had white collar jobs where they made some really nice money. Okay, they don't have no unemployment. They gave them a service package. Like if one was there for 3 years, she got a service package that will last her for 6 months. If one is there for 2 years, she got one, or they got one, regardless of what gender. They got one that'll last them for 3 months. If you're there for a year, you got it for 6 weeks. No unemployment. Okay. So here's what I'm noticing. Ever since that happened in like kind of mid-February or late February. But now, since it's finally starting to get warm in the Midwest, women are hitting like Starbucks coffee, the office coffee shop, anywhere where a man is spending money, but especially the coffee shops, because what I've observed is they are able to come in as discreet as possible. A lot of times they don't even have money to buy nothing, but they be dressed real nice. Okay, and what they're doing is, looking at what guys can be a potential trick to them. Not a husband, not her man, or not one to be a potential father to some kids if they got married. No, they looking strictly to get your money, to try to make up something that they've lost. You could tell a lot of them are running out of options, and so guys are not biting. I mean, I look, but I don't say nothing. I'm like, no, I already know the game, because I knew something was strange when they was coming in like that. I said, okay, something ain't right. Because for me, the red flag was these women were kind of out of my league. I'm just being honest. These women be pushing Vets, BMWs, fully loaded Harley Davidson motorcycles with all the accessories. I'm not ashamed to admit if I realize I'm out of my league. Okay, well, those were the ones that was paying attention to me and come and sit next to me for hours at a time and talking to me. And I'm like, okay, something is wrong. And I ended up digging for it, and that's when I found out about the situation with GM. Now, because of the fact they lost their high-paying jobs, which is sad, but it caused a trickle effect. So now you got them, and then you got the other females that already ain't working 40 hours at like McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, Burger King, Rite Aid, Walgreens, Starbucks, Taco Bell, places like that. So what they are realizing, because now they was just waiting for it to get warm, and they are going to not pay a guy constantly to pay any attention to them or bend them over. It's just to get his attention. And it's sad because she's still going to lose, because we all know that most women, especially Western women, are not interested in being submissive, knowing their place in society, a housewife or a homemaker. No, she has been out here and been evil for so long that she is trying to get back. Well, you remember that movie called what was the name? Stella Got Her Groove Back. Okay, well, they just trying to get back and try to get some of what they lost when they got let go from them nice high-paying jobs. And it's more difficult than they anticipated because guys are not biting, and they're getting desperate. And it's really sad because this is just, they're gonna eventually start getting violent towards us, because they don't really like for you to know and understand that they're full of shit. And especially, most guys are not bitter about it. You know what I mean? It's like, well, she looked good. Yeah, I'll fuck her. That's it. She don't gotta pay me, but I ain't gonna, walk up and approach her either. So they walking down the streets, fellas, they got some serious shit on. They be looking good, but you already know they're tainted, skanky, they're not to be trusted. A lot of them don't have any money, so they're out to take your money. So what you have to do is Google about what happened with GM, because that'll be able to set your blueprint on how you can continue to predict more about what I'm saying. Because I'm learning that a lot of businesses that specialize in weddings and whatnot. Everybody got to make a living. I understand all that, but a lot of them have been closing because most men are not marrying women today because they've hit the wall, and we've hit the wall, so to speak, thanks to the internet, where the internet has educated us in such a way to make even more logical, authentic, concrete decisions, just to go on and chop up the loss and accept that it's smarter and healthier to just not have anything to do with Western women because they're beyond toxic, But they are aware of that, but they don't like for you to know and understand that without any bitterness. So now, because they just be coming around, hey, how you doing, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, you dress good, you look fantastic, you smell very well, and you look quite tasty, but you're tainted. You remember that song, Tainted Love, whoa, tainted love. And they're getting upset. So to my male viewers and men viewers, continue to be on the lookout for that ass whipping. And the thing is, I'm not going to sit back and say that we'll just wake up and they just out, cold busting us in the head. No, it's going to be a thing that when they try this thing of trying to, pay you for something to lead up to sex, and so they can put their bid in to see where you're at and present some possessions to basically push you out of your driver's seat and take control of your fucking life, and you don't go for it. It could be a play little push, and then that play little push over a period of time can just be a full, closed fist bust in your fucking head because you are not complying to them. See? And it's sad because they're just going to continue to lose. Now, before the internet, before Agenda 21, and before MGTOW, I have to admit, women had it made. It was still the, the industrial age, Okay, but because of the internet, all of that has changed for good. And I'll break it down briefly, but effectively.